doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread podcast in the house. Hey!
We'll have a little pop-up. Have everybody over. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. Just all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, you know, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights. You know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
I don't know if y'all want to keep up with the sad black news, or we can move on to something else.
Let's be sad some more.
Well, yeah, I forgot what's the next one.
Next one is attorney claims that LMPD officers killed 26-year-old EMT in a quote-unquote botched police raid. Louisville, Kentucky. The union representing Louisville Metro Police officers lashed out at a local judge Friday for releasing from jail an inmate who allegedly shot. Wait. So that's the backstory. Calling the action a slap in the face to everyone wearing the badge, but attorney, what am I doing? But attorney for Kenneth Williams claims police conducted an improper raid, which led to officers shooting an innocent woman 8 times, killing her. The woman, 26-year-old Breonna Taylor, was a certified EMT working at 2 local hospitals. Defense attorney Rob Eggert said police burst into Taylor's home without announcing their presence, what they do, and fired at least 22 times. God damn, with bullets going to the neighbors' apartments. It was incredible that Miss Taylor was the only one killed. Had Breonna Taylor been killed by anyone except police, the person responsible for her death would have been charged with homicide. Eggert said in court document also alleging that Walker is a victim of police misconduct. So basically the story is the police went out looking for someone who had been released from prison and burst into the wrong home. And in their attempts to capture this person that had been released from prison legally, they did not announce themselves. They burst into the home and just started opening fire.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, so why did they shoot 20-something times, 22 times?
So I read, I'm trying to find the other, I should have found it. For what I heard was the other story, or the other news article I read, I thought this was it, when they asked, should be, if you burst into Roger Winston's home, unannounced, you will get shot at. Yeah. So what happened was, the other news article stated that the police came into the home and that her or her boyfriend shot at the police, who they did not know were the police. They just thought somebody breaking into their home, and they were on fire.
Oh, so it was like some Presby Lucy shit from The Wire.
Yeah, exactly.
That nigga failed to properly identify himself as police.
Exactly.
And then started dumping.
Exactly. Hold on, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if it's the same. This is not the same one. But yeah, the other article that I read originally stated that. Okay, there we go. At the bottom here. Eggert acknowledges, the attorney for Walker, acknowledges that Walker fired a shot hitting Sergeant Manley in the leg, but claims Walker did not know he was shooting at the police. Of course. So Walker must be her boyfriend who survived. Police then returned fire, killing Taylor, Eggert wrote. There were no drugs found in the home, Eggert said, and Walker was not the target of the search warrant, and if he had known police were outside, he would have let them in.
Yeah.
And so, when did this happen?
March, I believe it was March 13th?
And so, and what's happened since then? Because I wasn't really aware of this. I kind of heard something, but not details.
Yeah, me. I'm on the same thing. Yeah.
Basically,
why is it?
Nothing has happened yet.
Okay.
So the police the officers that shot and killed this woman, haven't been like disciplined in any way, shape, form, or fashion. No charges been filed or
basically
none of that type of shit.
they're gonna paint it as someone shot the police, and of course that's what the article's gonna read.
Yeah,
they shot the police, but no one's gonna say that the police burst into their house at 1 a.m. in the morning without announcing themselves.
Yeah.
So this jumps in the news because it's the same vein of what we're seeing with Arbery, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the police have said they repeatedly knocked on the door. Oh yeah, that's what they do. On the door, announced their presence, but were eventually forced to burst through a door where they were met with gunfire. Manley was shot in the leg and taken to University of Louisville Hospital, where he underwent surgery. A woman who lives next door said she woke up to the sound of gunshots and Walker yelling for help, according to an affidavit in filed court records. Hey, lady, take care of yourself. Move away because the police about to come fuck with you. The woman said she never heard police announce themselves. All she heard was a ram breaking through the door and gunfire, the identified neighbor said.
And Walker basically backed that up too. He was the one that shot the dude in the leg or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't know that it was the police, that they didn't identify themselves.
Correct. And you might be surprised. You might be surprised to hear this. Police have said there's no body cam footage.
Of course not.
Of course not. Why would there be?
The body cams, they got the corona, man.
You might got the corona. Oh shit. Let's keep it moving. I don't know if y'all heard about it.
It's that 5G body cam corona. Biochemical radiation.
We'll just call this episode "Niggas Can't Win."
Right.
Y'all heard about this armed North Carolina quote-unquote vigilante group, including police deputy, threatened black high school senior in a case of mistaken identity. Approximately 15 white men, including an individual who appeared to be an officer, gathered on the front porch of a home belonging to a black family in Rocky Point, North Carolina on Sunday night, demanding entrance. So, once again, we're white, we're here, obey, nigga. At least 2 of the men were allegedly armed. The group was operating under the belief that an individual named Joshua, or Josiah, I don't know, a student at Topsail High School in Pender County, was a resident of the home. Allegedly, the man wanted to speak to Josiah concerning the whereabouts of a girl that had gone missing that evening. Among the members of the alleged group were the girl's father and an off-duty bailiff with the New Haven County Sheriff's Department. But they were at the wrong house. But once again, though, so
we're here, obey.
So what happens if Roger Winston goes outside and there's like a fucking militia of white men in my front door, and I go, fuck y'all can't come in, and they don't leave, and I end up shooting one of them.
But nigga, you ain't white.
Oh, there you go.
You don't have that prerogative, motherfucker. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad, dog.
Man,
this is where we at, though, right?
You know what, man? I'm starting to agree more and more with Killer Mike.
Kill your masters. Kill your masters.
Oh, well, I've always agreed with that. About his stance on the Second Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Is it Second Amendment? Wait a minute. Am I getting my amendments right?
Yeah, Second Amendment. Yeah.
Okay.
Right to bear arms. Yeah.
My bad. I ain't been awake for too long, so.
And there are arms in his house.
And yeah, man, yeah, now, I've never been against the Second Amendment or against owning firearms, but I'm starting to think that maybe I should own more. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that as a general practice, black people, should get into gun ownership and into a firearm training. You know what I'm saying? A proficiency.
But did y'all see
a much higher rate?
Did y'all see the Michigan black woman who's a legislator who came into the Capitol building with like armed? I don't know. I want to say Muslims. I don't think they were Muslim, but black men.
It was 3 black men. It was 2 black men and a female, I believe.
Yeah, man. I mean, This shit is crazy, man. And I don't know how they letting black men with fucking AR-15s just walk around the street. Like, we living in some wild times, bro.
Wild times, nigga. Like, not even the streets, though. Three black people with longbows, which is basically, yeah, you say AR-15, my bad. AR-15s, walking up to the state capitol.
Nigga.
Crazy. But let's not forget, though, the reason why it happened was because just days before, a bunch of white men decided to storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a gang of motherfuckers. It was a gang of white motherfuckers.
As I said, a gang of white men.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Some Michigan militia-ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. And they all was strapped with ARs and shit.
ARs, tactical vests. I don't know if they had plates in them or not, but still, though, if you look at it, it looks like a bunch of niggas said we're gonna do some fucking Call of Duty role play at the Capitol.
But remember, they changed the whole fucking game when the Black Panthers went to the California state capitol. When Reagan was the governor.
Yeah, when he was the governor. Yeah. They changed the laws, nigga. They changed the laws
over the Black Panthers. But motherfuckers in Michigan could just walk up in that bitch just willy-nilly with fucking AR-15s.
They
like,
said
what's up?
Second Amendment my ass. But also, though, when we talk about how is that not terrorism, though? If you're coming in...
Is that not terrorism? These are questions.
You're coming in armed to purposely intimidate and influence a political process, which was them trying to open the fucking state. That's terrorism.
That's terrorism.
That's the fucking
But we not supposed to
definition of it.
negotiate with terrorism. But these motherfuckers steadily opening states, though.
Nigga, that is legal. That's why California changed their laws, because a bunch of black cats did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, but before that happened, before they changed their laws, that was legal in the state of California. That shit is legal in the state of Michigan. That shit is legal in the state of Missouri.
They just need to get a whole niggas out of Flint and Detroit to just walk up in the fucking state capitol. Just go on to Lansing with your motherfucking straps and see if they don't change that law. Nigga.
It's just gonna be a bunch of niggas with old 38s, nigga. You know them niggas ain't got no ARs. Some two-shot Dillingers, nigga. You know them niggas ain't got no AR. It's gonna be niggas with sawed-off shotguns and 38s, nigga.
Yeah.
You might find a nigga with a Desert Eagle, nigga.
That is true. It's gonna be a couple of fucking Desert Eagles in that motherfucker for sure, nigga. Oh my god.
Where are we, nigga? What's going on?
Nigga, the Matrix is broken, dog. The Matrix has been broken for a long time, dog. It's been broken. The robots have left, nigga, and they just said, ain't no hope for these niggas. There ain't no hope. They too stupid. They won't accept it, nigga. They won't accept the paradise. Oh shit! All right, but let's move on from fucking. He's black. Quentin's black, but
yeah, Lucas.
So, we talked about. So states are opening up slowly but surely. So Kansas City mayor defends quote unquote Nazi-like policy registering people attending church. The conservative law reform is calling a new order in Kansas City, Missouri, Nazi-like, for requiring churches to surveil, track, and spy on anyone who attends an in-person service, but the mayor is pushing back. Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas' 10-10-10 rule took effect May 5th, restricting non-essential businesses like churches to 10 people inside, 50 people outside, as long as they practice social distancing. In addition, non-essential businesses can operate at 10% maximum capacity. The mayor said late April, venues need to keep track of those who come in for more than 10 minutes, and the written order states each should consider maintaining a record of customers. What say you?
I don't know. Why are these motherfuckers so pressed to say this shit is communist or this shit is Nazi and fascist?
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, in what relation to Nazism and Hitler and shit is this?
Well, the Nazis kept great lists. We know a lot about what the fuck they did because they kept fabulous records of the bullshit they would, like the horrible, horrendous things that they did.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, this is not a fucking death camp. This is not
right.
fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This
yeah.
is not
like,
a crematorium.
like,
This is not fucking experiments.
yeah, we're not keeping track of people going to church.
This is motherfucking people. We keeping track of people in church. We're not trying to find out who the fuck is religious and who's not religious.
But it's not just church though. They're saying anybody that's not essential, people who are there more for 10 minutes, and then on top of that though, he's saying it's voluntary.
Yeah,
we're asking you to, because in case there is an outbreak, like what they found out, like in Wuhan, like they can
trace it back.
Over there, they ain't got keep no names, nigga. We got the cameras and recognition and all this shit like that, face recognition. Mm-hmm. We found niggas that got people sick, and we track your every fucking step, so that way we can find out all the people you came in contact with.
And then the idea is we're gonna have you quarantined. If we find out that you are causing shit to spread, we need you to go ahead and stop that bullshit. We're gonna. So is it fascist if we're saying we have identified the fucking culprit? Like we identified fucking, you know what I'm saying, Aubrey, and we decided he needed to be citizen arrested and to the point where he needed to die. If we find a motherfucker that's spreading deadly fucking viruses all willy-nilly in public places, shouldn't we be able to take them, isolate them for a period of what, 2 weeks?
Hold on,
4 weeks.
This is America. It's America. We don't.
Yeah, that's always
America.
That's. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not totally comfortable with that thought and that idea and that game plan. But under the circumstances, I fucking understand. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, I would like to keep a close eye on that shit and make sure that it doesn't get out of control.
It should not be ongoing. Once we get past the threat, no, you should not be taking this into church.
Exactly. You know, but while this situation is urgent still, because it still is urgent, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, you gotta give up certain things.
We have probable cause.
You gotta give to get. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
But here's the thing, though, right? Because it's illegal now, but if it's voluntary, the government can very easily just say, you know what, fucking, it's not voluntary. Yeah. We'll just use your cell phone and track you that way.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's what they.
I think I saw some shit like in India. They got what exactly was it? I think it was in India.
I know they was spanking niggas.
They beat niggas with them sticks, nigga. Go home, nigga. They weren't even saying nothing. They was just hitting niggas with sticks.
But there's like some sort of software, some app or some shit that they I don't think they're doing it yet, or at least at the time that I saw this story, they weren't enforcing it yet, but they were talking about it, making everyone download some sort of app on their phone that tracks you. You know, obviously your phone can be tracked, you know what I'm saying, to at least a certain degree.
They're just trying to make you feel good about knowing the fact that we are already tracking you.
Maybe so.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, maybe so.
I mean, because they
can, well, go ahead.
I'm saying it wasn't tracking, but they back before they shut down the beaches in Florida, they used a cell phone map to show the number of people there on the beach.
People that was
so it's not tracking, quote unquote. But the thing is, people get so upset about these things, but every time we sign a fucking cell phone agreement, we really, like, who I don't know who reads all those pages. I'm pretty sure somewhere in there they say at some point in time for national emergencies, we will let the government know where the fuck you at.
More like yeah, because I certainly ain't read through that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of pages, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
man, look, I mean, motherfuckers gotta just deal with the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just wish people would stop saying like Nazi, slavery, fucking Rosa Parks,
hyperbole.
Yeah, hyperbole, all the leads. I wish people would just stop saying it. Just say I feel inconvenienced. I don't like this, and I need more information. Can we just say that?
Everything is dramatic though, man.
Yeah, everything's dramatic. It's like, no. It's like this is our civil rights era march. It's like, Ain't no dogs out there beating y'all. It's like y'all some grown ass white men with AR-15s marching on the Capitol. Y'all really think if
talking about your freedoms being impeded?
Yeah, y'all really think if Martin and them showed up with some motherfucking rifles as they was trying to cross the bridge in the Selma, y'all really think that would have went down way better?
Yeah.
Y'all get the fuck out of my face. Anyway. All right, let's get
some of that shit's just hilarious, man. I mean, in a tragic way. It's like a tragic comedy and shit.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it is. It's yeah. We're keeping up with people fucking up. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, I totally messed up reopening the state. Growing outbreak is stressing resources. And here's another thing, though.
Now, was that legit? Because I saw that from the root. That looked like fucking. Is that real?
I don't know. Well, let's see. Notorious. Well, he is a thief who successfully stole the governorship. Wow. Okay, there might be some editorializing going on here.
Yeah.
Let me read it.
It looked to me like somebody. It looks kind of like an Onion article. I'm not sure if that was.
As you read it.
Yeah. I don't know if that's news. I don't know if that's hard news.
Okay, it may not be hard news, but I will say though, because my main point is like even a lot of these states are opening up. People ain't coming out. That's what a lot of these people are finding out.
Why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I gotta find a poll, but I think it said like, I don't know, of course I hate polls. You never know who the fuck was asked, but it's like at least 78 to 80% of the people polled were like, yeah, I don't trust it yet.
Yeah, man, I know I ain't changed my behavior.
Nah.
But here's the thing, though. High-ranking officials in the White House starting to get that shit, man.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like niggas hanging around Trump is getting that shit. Like, okay, you keep opening up shit if you want to.
And speaking of niggas, they also find that coronavirus has been found in the semen of COVID-19. COVID-19 patients.
Keep fucking around if you want to.
And as Tim Meter said, no more head. I don't know what that meant.
That means I'm dead.
I was like,
was he a recipient or a deliverer?
He did not make that clear. I was like, wait a minute. Why would you be? Hold on.
If only he'd have came on the show today to make that clear. I don't know.
Because first of all,
he seemed to be predisposed today. I don't know what that was about.
Because first of all, two questions: Do you got that covert? Second question: Are you swallowing semen? If you are the brothers of Breaking Bread Triple B podcast, we are accepting of all.
To each their own.
Each their own. But we just want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I really don't even need to know. I be safe, man.
All I know is he was the only nigga in the chat group that said, "Well, no more head," and it's like, huh?
Yeah, I'm still on that don't ask, don't tell, nigga. I may be behind the times.
I'm not trying to think about that nigga on his knees swallowing those dicks. That's all it is.
Oh, this is bad.
Hope he washed his hands before he grab it. Anyway,
you know he didn't. You know he didn't. We got him on tape now washing his hands, nigga.
He got a dirty mouth and dirty hands.
Oh, dirty dick diddling ass.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Now we into the light shit. What we getting on to here?
Muskie.
Huh?
Elon Musk.
I was gonna talk about I asked y'all about y'all heard about the Smash Brothers, and I ain't talking about that Nintendo game either, nigga.
Oh, you talking about old boy?
Ravens safety Earl Thomas held at gunpoint by his wife after he was caught cheating.
Yeah.
Got to be more careful.
That nigga's not social distancing at all.
No, Ravens safety Earl Thomas held at gunpoint by his wife in Austin. Hey, maybe that's where Anthony's at. In Austin last month, after he discovered his alleged mistress, according to a report from TMZ. Citing court reports, TMZ says that Austin Police Department responded to a call 3:41 a.m. April 13th and arrived to Nina Thomas wielding she still had it, wielding a knife and Earl holding the pistol in question. God damn, it's like a scene from John Wick.
Nigga, TMZ said that shit. I believe the motherfucker.
I do. They got real good.
Because they got the fucking footage from the fucking Aubrey situation.
Yep.
Let alone Kobe. You know.
Nina reportedly told the police that the incident stemmed from an early argument regarding Earl's drinking. She later logged into a Snapchat account to find out where he was. Only discovered videos of Earl with another woman. After she found his location, she showed up. God, that's some down ass friends. She showed up with 2 friends and a 9mm pistol, but told police that the gun was only meant to scare him. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. So basically, she took a pistol. She pulled the magazine. A round had already been chambered.
But it had one in the chamber. Really.
Yeah.
Hey man, speaking as a Chiefs fan, she should have went ahead and took that nigga out.
Wow.
Send all your hateful comments to Joe Jefferson once again.
So you might be wondering why we said the Smash Brothers. When she arrived at the Airbnb, Earl was staying there with his brother and other women. Nina is said to have pointed the gun less than a foot from Earl's head with the finger on the trigger and the safety off. Man, she almost killed this nigga.
Yeah, she did.
She contemplated that bitch.
Because she thought, but I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. She thought that the gun wasn't.
But it was empty. Yeah.
She dropped it. She said she dropped the magazine before she left the house.
Oh well.
Yeah, she could have known or she could not have known.
That's what I'm saying.
Why take the magazine out? Like I think that she didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with that because I think
she would have just left the magazine in. I would imagine. I don't think she was thinking that far ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna take the magazine out, and if I happen to shoot this motherfucker, I could be like, "Oops, I didn't realize that there was a bullet in the chamber." You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know most people who don't really fuck with guns a lot don't realize that once you drop the magazine, they're still around chamber that motherfucker if you locked and loaded it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, a lot of people. Yeah, if you're not. Yeah.
You might not know. They say you always pull that motherfucker back just to make sure. But then what happens though? Sometimes is you get people who don't fuck with guns. If there's a magazine in it, they think, "Oh, I ejected around, pull it forward, drop the magazine." You just loaded another bullet in the chamber.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people do that shit too. You're like, "Well, I ejected around and then I dropped the magazine." I'm like, "Did you let the slide go back forward?" Yeah, they're still around in there. Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, how many? So did they? I never heard like how many chicks was in that motherfucker. Like
I've heard
him
2.
And his brother.
I heard 2 or 3.
Multiple chicks.
I heard it was like 3 chicks that were in there. Then him and his brother, and then she rolled up with her and her 2 friends.
Her little posse.
But then I heard though, like the woman, but it's like so much shit coming out, so we let it die down, I guess, and talk about it next week. But then I heard like one of her friends is like was either dating or was at one point in time engaged to his brother.
Oh,
so it's like it's real sloppy, bro, real bad.
Tangle web.
Real bad. And so if y'all out there, y'all got Snapchat, there's a feature on there that lets people know your location. You might want to turn that off if you're gonna decide to be a dickhead and cheat on your wife and or husband.
Be careful, people.
Be careful out there. Because it lets you, it ain't got to be a thing of where you say, I'm going to share my location. If it's on, it's on. And also, you must not give a fuck if you posting videos of you and another woman on Snapchat.
Already. Well, it said that she was concerned about, they got into an argument about his alcohol consumption or some shit. Yeah. So maybe that nigga was drunk. He didn't realize that he was posting shit on Snapchat. Or maybe, who knows? Yeah,
man. But he go in there and just turn that location thing off. It's like Twitter, dog. Just turn it off, bro. You don't want people showing up at you where you at.
Now with 9mm.
Now with 9mm. Let's keep it going on to stupid ass news. Elon Musk named his son or daughter after one of the moons of Saturn. XAI. So basically,
what?
Grimes and Elon Grimes, who's 32, gives fans a tutorial on how to pronounce a bizarre name of firstborn son. It's spelled XAEA-12. That's this
Well,
little
the
nigga's.
AE is not necessarily AE. That's like a fucking.
It's like some kind of Nordic fucking symbol. I don't fucking know, nigga.
Some shit, yeah.
If you figure it out, like I think the holy rosemary opens up and the actual name of fucking God is said. I don't know, dog. She shares with billionaire Elon Musk. Come on, man. Look here, dog. Look here.
How do you pronounce the motherfucker? That's what I want to know.
They say XAI.
That's what it is right there. Yeah,
XAI. That's how you
XAI.
pronounce it? Okay, all right.
But then
I'm gonna just call little nigga X.
But then these two dumb motherfuckers don't really agree. The musician Grimes claimed via Instagram that the name was pronounced XAI. However, the father Elon Musk told Joe Rogan on this Thursday podcast that X is spoken like the letter, while the AE, wherever the fuck it is, that symbol is pronounced like ash. So is it X-A?
I didn't read that. It said X Ash? I thought it said XAI.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But
I see now. Yeah, it's pronounced like Ash. Yeah,
even the parents are debating on how to fucking pronounce their son's name.
Motherfucker's name. Yeah.
There was no agreement.
Hold on, and that's the musician.
Hey.
That's the musician. The chick Grimes. That's the musician.
Yeah, she's from I forget the name of the band.
I've heard of it before. Okay.
Oblivion. Yeah.
You remember Absidy?
Absidy?
For what?
You remember that motherfucker that got caught up on the plane and the name was ABCDE?
Oh.
But white folks out here getting creative. Hey, niggas need to set that game up, man.
Hold on, dog. But his name. I hope it's XAI and not X Ashy, because he's a former ashy ass nigga.
Exactly.
Used to be ashy ass white boy.
Hold on. This is an actual quote from Elon Musk. I don't know how this nigga's so rich. Probably them conflict diamonds him and his family own. But anyway, first of all, my partner is the one that actually mostly came up with the name. Yeah, she's great at names. No, she's not.
No. She's woefully
not,
behind on names right now.
Hey, and all this to say that I better not ever hear a white person fucking blink the eye when I tell them my daughter's name and how to spell it, nigga. I better not ever, never again, dog. Elon Musk has fucked it up for all white people from here on out.
Fucked up the name game, huh?
The name game. Hey, Zakaya?
I don't hear nothing about no AA Ron.
No.
I don't hear nothing about that.
They be like, Zakaya? I'm like, bitch, why you putting extra K's in there? It's 1 K. Yeah. What we doing? Anyway, yeah. Yeah,
fucking up the curve, bro.
She crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Elon Musk. Interesting. That nigga still trying to drill a hole in the middle of the earth or some shit?
Is he going that direction? I thought he was trying to go out in outer space. He's trying to get
he's trying to do both.
He going crazy since they shut down his plants, dog. He talking about he about to move his plant from California to either Nevada or Texas. He's like, y'all fucking my money up, bro.
Yeah, just watch out buying these Teslas, man. That's all I'm saying.
Just buy these Teslas, dog. That's all he know. Buy these Teslas and these conflict diamonds. That's all I'm telling y'all. Damn, dog. That's crazy, dog. How we get a name and then you just we don't know how to say the name of our child. We don't agree upon the name of our child. This is crazy. I hate people. Hey, this brought to us by Joe. Arkansas woman befriended mom's killer out of spiritual obligation, and then he murdered her.
After that, bitch, she died. She died.
Martha McKay was kind to Travis Lewis. Hey, you know what? He was just trying to get her close to her mama. That's all. To Travis Lewis, who was convicted and released after he killed her mother and cousin. Damn, and the cousin? In 1996. Oh, it's just what a stupid woman.
Nigga, shit. Yeah, that's the shit. She opened up an Airbnb, nigga.
Oh my god.
I couldn't stay in a fucking Airbnb, bro. That shit's scary as fuck, man.
I've stayed in some Airbnbs. They're all right.
Have you? I don't know, man.
I haven't stayed in one before.
Yeah, I stayed in some. I stayed in, like, well, not a lot, but like, especially when Otta was first coming to visit and stuff, we stayed in a few Airbnbs. Let me see. Shit.
Basically, she had. The dude was like what 17 or something like that when he alleged. I don't know. Is it alleged if you got convicted for it?
Nah.
Not
All right,
not legally.
We'll go and say he killed his mom.
Even though OJ was found not guilty, but they still say he did it. So I don't know. I don't know how the rules work in reverse.
Enter the Matrix. So anyway,
yeah, OJ kind of said that he did it too, though. But
he said what if? He said what
He
if I
wrote
did
a
it?
book saying, "What if I had have done it?" Come on.
If I had did it.
If I had
this
did
is what would. So anyway, so basically, this woman had basically said, as her Christian obligation, I'm going to befriend, I'm going to forgive and forget the mother. I mean, so the person who killed my mother, and yeah, I don't know. She put some money on his books or whatever. I don't know. But when this nigga got out of jail, she went ahead and gave this nigga a job at her own Airbnb.
Nah, Chief.
I don't know, man. I'm a Christian. I don't know if I'm that Christian. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, Chief.
And so what did he kill her for?
I think she fired him.
Oh.
I think she something came up missing. That's what it was. Something came up missing.
A chandelier, I think. What they said.
A chandelier came up missing, and she accused him of being the one.
To forgive and forget.
Yes, but before her death, she fired him. Police had heard about a theft at McKay's house before her murder, says Crittenden County Chief Investigator Todd Grooms. After she died, Huntington read in her diary that she sold a chandelier for $10,000 cash, which she stashed in. Okay, wait a minute.
Right, the cash came up missing.
So the cash.
She sold the chandelier, but the cash came up missing.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
They were like 23 years apart. No, wait a minute. That's a different thing.
No. Like her mom died in '96.
Yeah.
He died like this month.
Yeah. Arkansas mom and daughter murdered by same man, 23 years apart. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Damn, dog. He stabbed her. He stabbed her a lot.
How many times did you get her?
I'm trying to see. Well, I had it. Oh, well, it didn't say. Say McKay 63 was found stabbed and bludgeoned to death at the top of the stairs near a bag filled with her belongings as well as a utility knife. Authorities were shocked when they pulled the body of her killer out of the lake. He jumped in and drowned during the police check. Damn, this nigga dead too?
Nigga, that's the shit that killed me. This nigga tried to run away in the lake and drowned his ass.
This nigga drowned. Niggas can't swim. He know niggas can't swim. Silly rabbit.
Hey, don't this sound like a fucking episode of Fargo?
Nigga, this do sound like Fargo.
Some Coen brothers shit, you know what I'm saying?
And he was 17 when he killed her mom, or was charged with, and her cousin.
That's crazy.
This nigga drowned.
This nigga ran away in the water. Did you know you couldn't swim, nigga? What are we doing?
That nigga heard him. He heard the ancestors wade in the water.
I mean, you gotta know. I mean, you gotta forgive and forget. So even if he did steal the money, or she suspected that,
this nigga know he
you gonna forgive and forget. That
you for killing my mom, but then you came up off my 10,000 too.
I'm still shocked though. Did this nigga know he couldn't swim and still just jumped in the water? That's what I'm trying to figure out. He's stupid.
I mean, that's really fucked up. Now, how do you hire the man who killed your mom? Look, I'm cool with sending this nigga some money on his books. I'm cool with going. She voted every time the board came up to see if he can get out. The rest of the family said no. She's the only one who voted yes.
Give me 1 second. I'll keep talking.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. If you want to be the motherfucker to say, okay, hey, I'm cool with this nigga going back and living his life. I forgive and forget. But when you go ahead and go that extra mile and say, nah, you know what? Come on over here and work with me. Let me get you. No, I'm sorry. No.
And you got to know that you could never fire this motherfucker. You can't do that. That ain't.
No, like I'll put it this way: we could be cool from a distance. Like we could be pen pals like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
We can't go, nigga. You can't come to the crib because as soon as anything come missing, nigga, I'm blaming you. And we already know you ain't stable.
Apparently, your ass wasn't stable either.
No, it couldn't be, man. How do you let? I don't know. And then how you run away in the water, nigga? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. And nigga thought he was Jesus.
Forgive and forget. I'm gonna go ahead and walk in this water. I don't know. Crazy, bro. That's off the chain.
That shit's wild.
So Roger walked away. It was about time to wrap up the show. I don't know if you got anything else for us.
Nah, I'm good. I was thinking about something earlier, but I forgot.
I fuck around and do it for him, man. Hey, this is Brothers Breaking Bread podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. I'd like to tell y'all to go ahead and never forget. Never, never, never. What do you say? Never, never, never forget to break bread with your brothers whenever possible. So
always.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, we went there and closed the show out, nigga.
Oh, for real? Y'all ready?
I
we already did it. Yeah, he did your famous ending line, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, you got usurped. I mean, he took your Donnell Rollins, man. You know. He took your rich bitch. He said never, 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 ever.
Never. All right.
Never.
Well, we good then. Fuck it.
Missed opportunity to.
But we talk about Little Richard or Andre Hall. You niggas.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. We can pick it up from here. I just cut it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, we good. Shit.
No, I liked how it ended, man.
Nah, we need to talk about Little Richard. We need to talk about Little Richard.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, man, end on a much lighter note, man.
Yeah. We ended.
But I mean, y'all do whatever y'all want.
All right, let's hit up Little Richard real quick.
Oh, we ain't got to. We can. Yeah. Hey, Little Richard died, y'all. All right, we out.
This way, we'll try it if
That's my Little Richard impersonation.
Wow.
That's my salute.
I don't know. Is Little Richard a giant in industry or just a guy who a man who never got enough credit for what he did for rock and roll? And then Andre Harrell also, who I guess a giant in industry as far as the '90s goes, because he locked that motherfucker in the '90s down with everything he did as far as like R&B shit like that. So so Andre Hall and Little Richard passed away today. Sad. We'll start with Little Richard. Little Richard, John, in early stages of rock and roll and beyond, has died. Richard had enormous influence over the genre with insanely popular hits like the fantastically frantic Tutti Frutti, which my man Pat Boone. Is that Pat Boone? Yeah, Pat Boone. Hold on, man. Pat Boone. He gave it to.
He gave it a run, man.
Okay.
One of America's greatest recording stars, Pat Boone.
Nigga, what the fuck is you playing, bro?
Nigga.
I feel like we have to back that shit up with the real deal, bro. We can't just let that be the one we play.
That shit sound like the Walmart version of Tutti Frutti, nigga. And it had the nose.
Go ahead and search up the real deal, man. We can't let that ride, man.
Oh,
that nigga was doing fucking Little Richard covers, nigga. I don't know, man.
Humble Tutti Frutti. Humble. Nigga, I hate Woo! Shit, he old here though, but I'm sure he's still probably doing it though. He's still probably
getting it in still.
Sweating at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How fitting. Let's play that version.
There you go.
And of course, YouTube's gonna be like, nah, play Pat Boone.
I'm trying to figure out how this nigga 87 got no gray hairs. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nigga Little Richard, nigga. That's all.
Fuck you mean?
That's right. What you mean? Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
Hold on, dog.
Nigga. Fuck you questioning this shit about, man?
Live podcasting. Let's do it.
Rhythm and blues had that baby, and they called it rock and roll. I just want you to know that. Are you having a good time?
This is 95 at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There you go.
one random white man in the crowd is like, fuck that, I'm not dancing. That's not Pat Boone. I'm not dancing to this shit.
Pat Boone.
Not Pat Boone. Oh man, yeah. Damn.
Rest in peace, Little Richard.
Rest in peace, Little Richard, man. And like I said, man really did not. I mean, of course, the black community.
It's proper due, man.
Yeah, the black community, beloved and like always out there saying the role he played, because he kept talking about like the Beatles, fucking Jimi Hendrix, just a lot of people. Rolling Stones, a lot of people out there that gave him his props, but the industry never really did. But a lot of people out there is like, well, it's not for this man, we would not be playing the music the way we play it, man. So I mean. Yeah, Tutti Frutti. That's the song we all know. We all know him for, but it went deeper than that, man. That man was he was a fucking icon to a lot of people, and he paved the way for the versions of rock and roll that we come to know. And then shout out, salute, man. Shout him out. And then also, like I said, Andre Harrell, music executive, mentored P. Diddy and discovered many artists, dies at age 59. Very sad. 59. Damn.
Yeah.
And I can't even fucking begin to name just if it was 90s R&B and some of the hip hop,
he probably had something to do with it. That's
pretty. I mean, we could probably do a whole show covering the influence and the people he brought into the industry and the roles he played for R&B in the 90s. I mean, shit. I mean, niggas still say that's probably some of the best music I ever heard to this day.
Yeah,
so
man.
Whatever. But yeah, man, we lost two icons in one day, man. And they put down there after Def Jam, Harold founded Uptown Records. It was where he hired Diddy as an intern and launched the careers of Mary J. Blige, Heavy D and the Boys, Jodeci, Teddy Riley, and countless others, according to Revolt and Comb Enterprise.
Carrie up in there somewhere too.
Huh? Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah.
So it's man. So we lost two big players in music. I know the brothers here, love music. I love music, man. So, rest in power to those two brothers for sure.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man, this year kind of sucks so far.
It does. I don't know. My cousin didn't say it, but she put up a meme that says, I'm gonna be the same age in 2021 that I was in 2020 because I didn't use this year at all. Like I ain't counting this motherfucking year, dog. It's like it don't count.
Yeah.
So it's been coronavirus, Trump, the fuckery, people dying left and right, man. It's all bad. It's all bad. But we gonna keep moving on in their name and we're going to get to the other side of this shit, and we're going to be better.
Indeed.
We're going to be better.
And we're going to break bread all the way through it.
And we're going to keep breaking bread. And Joe already said it. So I ain't saying it again. No, I'm just playing.
See you at the crossroads.
You want me lonely.
See you at the crossroads.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we cover what we need to cover. Brothers Breaking Bread podcast. It will be never miss a moment to break bread with your brothers. We're out. Just telling the brothers, eat some ass, bro. We ain't gonna hold it against you.
Hey, look here. My kids are not gonna starve.
Consensually, of course.
It don't sound like many people's gonna consent to his ass-eating form.
No.
Manufacturing.
No. He probably won't put no seasoning on these motherfuckers neither.
He just eating raw, unseasoned ass, dog.
None of that guap sauce.
This nigga
got no guac sauce on it.
No guac sauce. This nigga just putting them in a pot and boiling them and then just eating them out the pot, nigga. Eating boiled assholes, nigga. He ain't even putting them bitches in the oven, nigga. He just boiling them up. It just
That's the worst side of my ass. It's
just boiled assholes, nigga. Hey, hold on, pimp. You ain't gonna put no Lowry's on? Are you gonna put some salt in the water, nigga?
I can't get an Old Bay up in this bitch.
Old Bay, at least could you at least put the asshole in the sink for an hour? Can we brine this motherfucker a little bit, bro?
A little bit.
Can we get a brine on the motherfucking ass?
That's what I'm saying, dog. You just gonna just put that in the pot. Okay, nigga. Okay. I'm gonna get some McDonald's. So yeah. I'm good, Chief.
Enjoy that ass.
Enjoy that asshole, dog. What your daddy in there doing? He's just in there boiling asshole. This nigga done killed the neighbors and just put their ass in that big ass soup pot.
Your daddy boiling ass again.
Oh shit! All right, man. I'm gonna get the fuck
Not
about
a
this.
salt, pepper shaker in sight.
None. You ain't probably got none in the house, nigga. Just drinking water and eating assholes. Oh shit! All right, man. I'm gonna get the fuck out of this motherfucker.
Yep.
I'ma holler at y'all.
Yep.
All right then.
Peace.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.